What is up and welcome back to Voodoo. I'm here on the tarmac of Motorlux at Monterey Car Week. This is the first event. We're kicking off right after Longtail Rally. I'm here with Mr. Carl who set this up, so if you see any footage you like today, make sure to go give him a follow. I'll put his handle up in the sky. Guys, what I'm looking at right now, only one word to describe it: overwhelming. Look at this. We got cars on fancy carpets. We got jets flying over in the sky. We got sushi tables. Get out of here. Champagne. And then who was that we ran into in the very beginning?
That would be Johnny Lieberman, Mr. Motor Trend.
Mr. Motor Trend, which small world. My car career kind of started with him, and the first supercar I ever drove was with him because they brought their cars to our Air Force Base to do the world's greatest drag race, and I drove that 911 Turbo S, and I told him it all came full circle because we were here with Carl and Car Week in my R8. So very cool to run into him of all people right as we're walking in. Holy Diablo. Dude, this event is crazy. And the Countach. All right, guys, in the comments, we like the red Countach or the yellow Diablo better. That's a really, really tough decision, but I'm gonna have to go Countach. I just think it's such a unique Lamborghini. Carl, which one?
I gotta go Countach. I'm a classic.
All right, nice. Carl actually writes car articles for Forbes and lots of other cool news outlets. So if you like to read cool car stuff, he has crazy access to stuff like this all the time. Worth the follow again. Google his name. Carl, look, they're just shoving cars over here in the corner. We got the Ford GT, we got the LaFerrari, and then Mr. Windshieldless Monza, right? He's not even like on display. He's just like, oh, you can park over here, I guess.
Let's just take a look what else here. A Ford GT SLR, BMW Z8. Wish I'd have bought one when they were half of the price they are now. Aston Martin, classic Aston Martin. These are starting to come up in value again. Everyone knows that the E-Type, that was the vehicle that Enzo called the most beautiful car ever made. And that's one row. Now let's just take a look. That's one row. Just do a sweep here. This is what the show is. Let's go find some more fun cars to look at. Here we are in front of a Koenigsegg Regera. Hagerty's kind of buying up everything, and they now own not only this event, but also that auction. All these cars that are up for auction, they got estimates on it. This one, if you're curious, is over $3 million. That's the estimate for what this 2019 Koenigsegg Regera is going to go for. So Motorlux, it's got a new name, it's got a new approach from Hagerty. It still seems to have the same old magic, though. A lot of great cars. Behind me, I've got both a Pagani and a DeLorean. That's what Car Week is all about. Events like this, you're going to see everything.
Check it out. We got the new Z, literally parked next to a Pagani, parked next to a DeLorean. Car Week stuff.
1931 Chrysler Imperial. This is a Chrysler.
Check out this thing. This tiny little go-kart. We think it's a Kai car, K-E-I, and they're probably going to be imported in here. This thing looks like it tops out at 50 miles an hour, but it's kind of cool and I like it. And I've just confirmed that it has a 600cc motor. So watch out, V10 boys. He's coming after you. Also, I think it's funny how you got people walking around here with fancy champagne and like $80,000 Rolexes or whatever it is. The boys looking for Mustangs with a snapback. I also think, with the exception of the women here, I'm the youngest one.
I like the idea of disruption. You're a disruptor.
This hanger. They're cutting up like whole pigs there, I think, right? Yeah. Is that like barbecue?
Yeah.
This is the fanciest airplane hanger I've ever seen. You said you can shop for airplanes here too, with cars.
That's what you're supposed to do.
All the cars are on auction and all the planes are available to be purchased. You can walk in the planes. I wish we could sit in the cars. But bottom line is, if you got a big enough credit card, if you see it, you want it, you can buy it.
I'm standing right here of a Miura and a Toyota 2000. This is an iconic car from the 60s, and everyone's known it basically since the car was new. A lot of people call it the first supercar, mid-engine, V12, Lamborghini Miura. But this car is a Toyota. If you check the auction prices for these, you're going to find out that they absolutely are. They're worth a lot of money. This is a Toyota 2000 GT, and the estimate is $1.2 million. 1.6 to 1.9. So again, Lamborghini, Toyota, same era, and not that far apart in current value either.
God, can you imagine paying 1.6 for a Toyota?
Yeah, I do. I think it'll run forever. They're beautiful. These are beautiful cars. People love these cars, and now they've realized they hardly made any, and they're timeless style.
Well, you asked me when we pulled up which car the yellow one was, and I was like, it looks like a Miura. Ironically, there was one already parked next to it, and I was like, no, that's the car I literally thought it was. Just because Matt Perry, the owner of Voodoo Autosport, loves these so much, we got the Jaguar XJ220, which I've been told at one point was the fastest car in the world. Dinner plate wheels, this thing is crazy. Parked casually next to the Ford GT and the A12 Superfast. This is the room, you guys. We got the 918 Spider parked next to another Loft, Prayer GT, and an LFA over there. We're gonna go check those out in a second.
The first modern supercar, not the first supercar, that was the Miura, but the modern supercar taking advantage of maximum technology. In this case, the all-wheel drive turbocharged Porsche 959.
All right, quick breakdown. You got the 959, you got your LFA right there, you got your Prayer GT. Don't drop my camera on the 918. The Loft is over there. What's that Ferrari up there in silver? What is that?
Maybe a 250, 275, somewhere in there. I don't know where to look, right? Do I look at the LFA? Do I look at the Carrera GT? or do I look at the standby F40?
All right, in the comments, which one you got? The F40 or the F50? I'm gonna go with the F40. I haven't seen a single R8. The benefit of having Carl here is he can tell me what some of these cars, why they're significant. And you're saying this one in 1930 was like one of the fastest?
1939 Mercedes-Benz 540K was one of those cars where people were like, why did they even make a car that powerful? $7 to $8 million is the
7 to
option.
8. And then we're gonna cap this video off for my James Bond fans out here. Not only is this a James Bond car, this is James Bond's car. James Bond, the actor.
Sean Connery owned this very car.
What's the price tag? You gotta know. 1.8. Dang, I don't want to be James Bond anymore. I don't have James Bond money. Motorlux is almost over, but I gotta close it out, guys. I've been looking for a Mustang this entire time. There are multi-million-dollar cars all around me, and I finally found it. A $1 million Mustang. The plane that the car was named after. Guys, remember oh, let me step in the light over here next to this other airplane. Guys, we drop videos every single Thursday. We're gonna be dropping some old videos on Tuesday and new uploads on Thursday so we can get all the content shifted over to the new channel. We're gonna have lots of Car Week stuff. Thanks to Carl. Make sure you go give him a follow if you haven't already. And this is just the start. We'll catch you at the next episode. Peace.
I took a trip out of Cali, Arizona to the Valley.